Buckle up. This is Musicians and Beyond, where we bring in the backstage info on the life, the lyrics, and the long journeys of the music industry. Last episode, we had Preston Ladotes, and this kid, young kid, really making a great name for himself a couple days after he was here at WinCam Studios. He packed his car and went down to Nashville, Tennessee to see what he can do down there. And he's got a really good way about him, and I think he's really going to go far in the music industry. He went to college for music, and he's a singer, a songwriter, a producer. The kid does it all, and he's really nice. So make sure you go back, listen to the last episode, watch the last episode, and go onto his website and download some of his music and show him some love. It's great kid, Preston Ladotes. And today we have an amazing artist with us. We're going to call her the Americana Hussy. We have Erin Bonney. Erin, welcome.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing real good today.
Good, good. It's
Yeah.
been a little while since we've seen you.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and you've had a tremendous amount of stuff going on.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
a busy girl playing your own stuff, and you're also in a couple other bands playing out there. And
That's right.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Let's talk about you have this really big project in the works right now, the
Yes,
Americana
the
Hussy.
Americana Hussy.
And our viewers and listeners can actually be part of it. So
They can.
you tell us about the whole project, what's going on, and how our listeners can donate and be part of it?
Absolutely. So I'm going into the studio to record my next album, which is a 30-song compendium of Americana music. So it's called Americana Hussy because I'm a hussy for that good Americana shit. It's the music I was raised on. You know, it's the music that made me who I am. And so it's going to be broken up into a series of musical categories, each a subgenre of Americana that I write in and perform in, and that gives me my overall Americana sound. So, did I mention it was 30 songs?
30 songs.
30
That's
songs. Yeah,
a big
30
compilation.
original songs. Yes.
Wow.
It's my biggest project yet. Maybe my biggest project ever because it's quite a bit. Very large in terms of its scope, but I'm very excited about it. So the subcategories are sixfold. Okay, so we have old-timey harlot, because I'm a harlot for the old-time sound, a little shuffle and bow, a little foot tapping. We have bluegrass tramp. Now, I grew up playing bluegrass with my dad in a bluegrass band, and so really that's my core. Then we have classic country cunt, because I love twang. When I hear that country twang, I just want to swing it around, right? Blues rock bitch, because I'll say exactly what I mean. When I hear that blues rock groove hit, there's no holding me back. Sometimes I think maybe I should, but I don't because I can't. It's the Americana Hussy way, you know? And then I'm doing a little bit of a pop country homage, pop country slut, because I love a good pop melody. And then lastly, sort of the like evolution of all, which is the highest level of Americana Hussy, fuck girl folk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I'm hearing this and seeing it, these words that you're using,
I know.
they kind of have a negative connotation,
They do.
but that's really not your meaning. You're a feminist.
Yes.
And can you explain to our viewers and listeners what those mean? And they're going to have a completely different outlook than they probably have already determined how they're going to see this show.
Yes. So these words do have negative connotations, and usually they're thrown at women to bring them down or make them feel less than. And for me, they're all about ownership, because when I hear words like bitch, I think really what they're trying to say is confident, outspoken, opinionated. When I hear cunt, I hear boundary setting. I hear leader. When I hear harlot or tramp or hussy, I hear someone who knows exactly who they are and what they want and isn't afraid to talk about it. And so I'm owning the terms and I'm making them mine. And for me, they're badges of honor. And especially as a woman in the industry, I just feel like people make assumptions about me when I walk on a stage or into a room, and they're hardly ever correct, you know?
Yeah.
And I've had some experiences that have honestly been really hurtful. And a big part of this project is me coming out of that pain and still celebrating myself and realizing I don't have to change for other people. I can be who I am, and I'm going to find my audience and my listeners and my fans and my friends because of it.
It's a great message, especially to the younger women of America, on how they handle these negative connotations that they're doing. There's a lot of not nice people in the world.
Yeah, and I think right now in particular there's a lot of messaging and pressure for women to become smaller and to be quieter. And I want to encourage women to take up space and be loud and exuberant and joyful and happy and just not let society shape who they are, but to really like embody themselves and not be afraid of it and bring that to the table because that's magic.
Yeah, all those words you just said describe you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're a great role model.
Thanks.
For everyone. So this project that you're doing,
Yeah.
people can actually contribute to it to make it happen, because
Yes.
to record, to get other musicians to play on it, all these things cost quite a bit of money.
They do cost a lot of money. They do. I mean, all in with, doing 6 recording sessions in the studio. I've had the first, I have the second next week. All the people that I'm bringing in to play on the record, it's going to cost about $20,000 back to front, from paying my players to paying the recording engineer and producer to getting everything mastered, for promotion, for marketing, for merch. So it's a big project and it requires a lot of resources. So I'm doing a fundraising campaign to help get a little bit of support.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's a great way to do it. You have a great product, and we talked about a great message behind the whole thing. So it's good to donate to this. And if you donate, you get prizes. I got some prizes today. I got all kinds of swag.
Yeah.
And if you donate to this, it's called Indiegogo, INDIEGOGO.
That's correct.
And you can look you up and contribute any amount, $1, $100, $1,000, even the 20,000.
Well, 2,000. Well, you could fund the whole project if you really want to. If you're out there and you have 20,000, you're like, I want to support Americana Hussy, click that donate button.
Awesome. I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it. So it's going to be a great project. I'm excited for it.
It is.
On this project, you're involved with a lot of musicians on the outside. So on this actual project, who is playing on the album?
So everyone. It depends on the subgenre, right? So for my bluegrass one, was so excited. I got to bring in one of my old dear friends and former bandmates from Montana, because I'm from Montana originally. I flew him out and he played bass on it.
Awesome.
Yeah, fun. Jeff Turman. And it was just such a wonderful thing to do, because even though we had all this history of making music together, we'd never gotten to record together. And so to have that happen was just wildly fun and wonderful. And he sounded great because he kills on the upright bass. He's one of the best I've worked with. I love him dearly, and it was really nice to play with him. I've got some local legends coming in, New England legends. Kevin Barry's playing dobro. He is killer. so good. I'm really excited about that. I'm working with some former students of mine. Maggie Monroe's doing some background vocals. I have Elena Maisie coming in to play a little double fiddle with me and some more upright bass on the old time. I've got some um, old friends who are on everything I make. Parker Gessling on electric guitar. There is not a track I have out there that he has not played guitar on. And he lives in LA now, but he's going to come out for one of the recording sessions and play on that. I think on the pop country one, I'm going to have him.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So are all the musicians going to be in the studio with you, or is anyone going to be doing long distance in their own studio and then sending the tracks over?
So a big part of this project is the recording process itself. We're doing it all live in the room.
Love it.
And we're really trying to minimize overdubbing. I don't want to do anything remote. I want to get as much done together as a group in one space as we can.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What a great projection you have for.
So one of the biggest things I love about music, and in particular my genre that I play in, is the communal aspect of it. It's really meant to be live. It's meant for you to be in a room with the people, like looking at each other and vibing off each other and having a shit ton of fun. And, like having a couple beers and cracking some jokes and playing some tunes and enjoying each other's company, like that. And that's, to me, that's what life is about. And that's the kind of sound that I want to give in this project. And how you record has a big impact on the way a listener feels something. And so I really, really want them to feel like they are at my house at a party, having a beer, eating some barbecue, like having a good time.
Totally fun.
Yeah.
I love it. So you're going to play a couple songs for us throughout our episode today.
I am.
Are you going to be able to play anything off the new album? Or is that
Oh, yeah, I'm
secret
gonna play all stuff off the new album.
Awesome.
Yeah, I gotta, give a little teaser so you pledge.
Excuse me. All right. So yeah, let's hear one of your new songs, and then after you play it, maybe you can tell us how you come up with the lyrics and why you chose that one for your album.
Sure. Yeah. Cool. I'll start with guitar.
Let's start with the guitar. So you're a multi-instrumentalist.
I am.
What else do you play? You play the guitar,
I play the
fiddle?
guitar and the fiddle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sing?
I sing.
Songwrite?
Songwrite.
Do you do production yourself and all
I
that?
do.
Wow. What else do you do?
I'm a good cook.
You are?
I'm a...
Apple pie?
Yes. Actually, I have a song named Apple Pie that's going to be on the record.
Come on.
I might just play... Should I play that one now? Because you just brought it up.
And this was not...
It was not planned.
This was
it was
not
planned.
Yeah,
I gotta take the fiddle up for this.
Okay. All right. I love nothing better than a nice apple pie. It's very Americana. So we're going to switch it up from the geet fiddle to the fiddle itself. And this is Erin Bonney. You can find her on erinbonneymusic.com. You're on Instagram, Facebook, anywhere where you find your favorite music.
Yes.
Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, a lot
yes,
of
yeah,
videos
I have a
out
YouTube
there.
channel too.
Yeah, geez, you do it all.
It's easy. Erin Bonney Music.
AnnieBonneyMusic.com.
Yep.
All right, so let's hear it, Erin, and
right. Mix up a crust, press it in a pan, slice up the apples, add some cinnamon, dab a bit of butter on and bake it on high. Before you know it, we'll have apple pie. Well, the boys never liked me, they used to run away till they tasted something they liked one day. Now they're stepping on my heels with their sugary sighs after one little taste of my apple pie. So I asked my mammy and she got my paw. Was it love, was it lust, was it alcohol? She said, no honey, it wasn't none of these. My fly, brought him to his knees. Once been a man and the sparks did fly, but he had another woman and I wondered why. So I fired up my oven to catch his eye. He left that other lover for my apple pie. Now he's always begging, please, my apple pie queen, give me what I want, fulfill my dreams. And I said, baby, now don't be shy. Come right over, we'll make apple pie. So mix up a crust, press it in a pan, slice up the apples and some cinnamon. Dab a bit of butter on and bake it on high. Before you know it, we'll have apple pie.
Erin Bonney with Apple Pie off her new album, Americana Hussy.
That's right.
Awesome, great song.
Thank
Good
you.
foot stomping.
Oh, thanks.
I love it. I was back here tapping my foot as well, which is a good sign.
It's a good sign.
It's a great sign. Apple Pie.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Well, so funny, new album, old song. This is one of really my like original tracks that got me started on the songwriting journey, and somehow it's never made it onto a record. I don't know how, but it's gonna make it on this one, and it's a little tongue in cheek. You know, it's definitely about loving to bake, but it's also about sex. And
I picked that up
yeah,
during
did you?
a couple
Did
of
you?
the lines there.
Mm.
I was wondering about that. All right.
Yeah, but so like across this record, there's really just like a coming of age. There's this shift from sort of this like younger girl, more little sweet, naive, and then the evolution of womanhood. All along the lines from, you know, like rising against the hateful words, the shameful words, the things that we're meant to keep quiet about, and then blossoming into this Americana hussy who just like lives and loves and feels. And so that's part of this journey.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that with us. It was
Of course.
that out of all the songs that are on there, because there's a lot,
There's a lot.
and this is kind of an awful question, but do you have a favorite?
Do I have a favorite song?
Yeah, that's going to be on the album, or
Um,
it's probably like asking you if you have a favorite child, but
well, I only have one, so that was easier.
okay,
Yeah, my favorite child is my only child.
okay.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm glad they're your favorite. If they weren't, that would be a problem.
I think I do have a favorite. It's called Entertaining Angels, and I wrote it for a friend of mine who passed away, and he passed away I think it's almost 10 years ago now.
Wow.
When he was 26.
Oh, that's sad.
So-
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, way too soon. He was in my band. He a big part of why I even moved out east from the West. He really supported me in my music, and he believed in me, and I really loved him. And so I had this song seed kicking around ever since he died, because I was in Boston, and he passed away in Texas. They had a big funeral for him in Montana because that's where I knew him. And I wasn't able to go. So, like, all of my processing, all of my grieving really took place in isolation. And I really only got to, like, interact with other people who had known him over Facebook,
Hmm.
and someone posted something that was like, I guess now you're entertaining angels. And it took me 10 years to write that song.
Wow.
And I finally wrote it in January.
Wow. So
Um,
it's a new song
it's new,
for
yeah.
an old memory.
Yes, a new song for an old memory.
Wow.
Because I think I had to move out of the stages of grief, and I also had to grow as an individual to get to what that song is
Yeah.
now.
Well, I think it's proper. We'll dedicate this whole episode today to him.
Yeah, to Erin Anderson.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent. So while you're writing a song like that, it's probably like self therapy.
definitely. And I think that's what honestly draws a lot of people to create and to write in general, is really from that like gut personal need to get something out in order to process some kind of lived experience. A lot, and I teach songwriting, so I have a lot of students who are new at it, or talk about why they do it, and a lot of it is self therapeutic
Hmm.
and just exploration and really processing and growing and becoming.
And can I add, your songwriting classes are at Berkeley College of
You
Music,
can have that,
which
yes.
is unbelievable, one of the most prestigious music schools in the world.
Yes. Every day I sort of take a moment to just be grateful for that because I grew up in a beautiful place, but very remote and very small, in the middle of Montana, Arlee, Montana.
Never heard of it?
Um, yeah, I have a song actually, that's going to be on the record called "Why You Been Gone," and it's all about like reminiscing about my hometown. But um, I take the train into the city. I see the big city skyline, and I just can't believe that this is my life. It's wild in a whole other way. Like, wild to me growing up was literally the woods, like the deep, deep, isolated wilderness. And now it's an urban wilderness, and it's just kind of remarkable. And I feel very grateful to have lived in both ways and to be where I am today.
Right. Well, you seem like a very grateful person, and you were graced with the ability to do music, and
Yeah.
not everyone is. I know that personally because I cannot play an instrument for the life of me. But do you have like family that's into music and all that?
Yes, yes. So, I actually, when I was 4, I asked my parents if I could play the fiddle because my dad played guitar and he sang in a bluegrass band. And so, my mom would just bring me to all his shows when I was a little kiddo, and I loved the fiddle. Apparently, I don't remember. I'm too young to remember asking. But I know it to be true because I know all of his old bandmates, and they're all family friends and stuff. And so, yeah, I was really inspired by my dad, and I share that with my dad. And um, so, yeah, they signed me up for classical violin lessons. I studied the Suzuki method until I was 18. I was in the symphony orchestra. When I went to college at the University of Montana, I played in the orchestra there. And I also played in my dad's bluegrass band. And we would go to all the bluegrass festivals around and just jam and play tunes. And yeah, so I get it from him and I share that with him.
That's amazing. And how did you get into the teaching aspect of it?
So I moved to Boston to go to Berklee College of Music as a student.
Gotcha.
I was 23. I already had an undergrad degree in forestry, resource conservation from the School of Forestry at the University of Montana. But while I was there, I had like formed a band. I was playing with Erin Anderson, who I talked about earlier. I was playing with Jeff Turman. I was writing songs, and I was really loving that. And I saw that Berklee had a songwriting program. So I applied and I got in and I drove across the country and went to school there. And so I was there for 4 years. I graduated in 2015, I think. It's 14 or 15. I can't pick one, 50-50 shot.
Okay.
But one of my mentors when I was there, Pat Pattison, I stayed in contact with him, and um, he had a slot open up in one of his courses at Berkeley Online, actually, as a course facilitator. And he asked me if I wanted to do it. And I said, well, yes. So my first teaching was through Berkeley Online as a course facilitator for one of his lyric writing classes. And then about a year into that, the songwriting department at Berklee College of Music in Boston on campus had an emergency opening. They had someone leave right before the fall semester started, and they needed someone who was around and available and could take all the courses. And Pat, once again, recommended me.
Wow.
Yeah, he's really been my cheer squad. He's got my foot in the door for me. I really appreciate him. He's done a lot for me, and I wouldn't be here without him. His tutelage or his support and belief in me.
But I'm
So
sure he wouldn't have done it if he didn't have belief in you. So
that's true. Pat doesn't do anything he doesn't want to do.
yeah. Yeah. Well, you've definitely earned your name and really have made a great name for
Thank
yourself.
you. Yeah, so I've been teaching there now. This is my 6th year, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, and I just got a promotion.
Really?
Yeah,
What's the
I am
promotion?
now an associate professor.
Wowza.
Yep, moved
Well,
up from assistant to associate.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's big.
Yeah,
That is big. It looks
Yeah.
good on the resume too.
it does look good on the resume. Yes.
Yeah, no, that's excellent. Could you maybe put some of your songwriting and musical skills to?
You want to hear
See,
another song?
I would love to hear. That
Okay.
was my way of saying, can we hear another song?
You bet.
I would love for you just to stay here and play all day.
So would I.
Again, this is Erin Bonney. You can find her at erinbonneymusic.com or on all the social media that you want. And you can download your music on everything and any kind of platform that you listen to your favorite music at. So here is Erin Bonney.
All right. So this is a song. Should I do intros? I don't.
Sure, whatever you like.
Okay, cool.
This is your show.
You're like, I don't know what to do. I wrote this song after learning a fun fact about my mother-in-law. And the fun fact is this: she's really good at shooting skeet. Do you know what skeet is?
I do know what skeet is.
Yeah.
It's when the little clay guy, they call it a pigeon,
Yes.
gets shot up in the air and you get the shotgun and try to hit it out.
Yeah.
That's an interesting.
Well, apparently she's real good at it.
Wow.
She grew up on a farm in upstate New York, and I would not have guessed this about her. She really likes to do her wordle, and she's very much like the matriarch of the family, and pretty quiet and reserved. And then I hear she's just a badass with a shotgun.
Love it.
So I wrote this about her, and it's called Debbie Shoots Skeet.
Let's hear Debbie shoot skeet.
Bang, bang, Debbie shoots skeet. Bang, bang, Debbie shoots skeet. Bang, bang, Debbie shoots skeet. Debbie shoots skeet on the family farm. Well, way back in the 80s, when Debbie was really young, her daddy taught her how to shoot his lever action Remington. Shells they went a-flying, her daddy was so proud. Not a single disc of pigeon clay ever made it to the ground. Well, Debbie was enraptured. She loved that kickback charm. She proudly donned the black and blue, earned bruises on her arms. Well, farm life ain't for featherweights, afraid of a heavy lift. Debbie worked from dawn till dusk, shooting them clay discs. Bang, bang, Debbie shoots skeet. Bang, bang, Debbie shoots skeet. Bang, bang, Debbie shoots skeet. Debbie shoots skeet on the family farm. Well, word ran through the rumor mill that down on the Taylor farm was a girl with a knack for the old slap back, damn good with a firearm. She could shoot it with her eyes closed, upside down around the back. Debbie never missed, oh, she was sharp and she was fast. Bang, shoot ski. Bang, bang, Debbie shoot ski. Bang, bang, Debbie shoot ski. Debbie shoot skied on the family farm. Well, if you ever find Aunt Debbie out there sitting on the porch, drinking from her Pepsi can and looking kinda bored, don't let that image fool you. She's sharp as a butcher's blade. She's sure to outshoot anyone, anytime, on any day. Bang, bang, Debbie shoot ski. Bang, bang, Debbie shoot ski. Bang, bang, Debbie shoot ski. Debbie shoot skied on the family farm. Yeah, Debbie shoot skied on the family farm.
Erin Bonnie. Erin shoots skeet.
I'm actually very bad at shooting skeet.
Yeah.
I don't think I could hit a clay pigeon.
It's a pretty...
It's a very challenging thing to do.
Yeah, it is.
It is flying through the air. It's this big, and I know it's a shotgun, so it's, you know, the little pellets spread everywhere, but God, I am a bad shot. I've never been good.
Well, stick to the guitar and songwriting.
Yes.
You're really good at that.
Yeah. Bullseye every time with that.
Okay, that a girl. You've had a lot of inspirations, famous musicians that have kind of inspired you over the years.
Yeah.
Who are some of the inspirations that you've had? Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton. I freaking love Dolly Parton.
She's badass. How old is she?
I don't know. She's ageless.
Yeah, she looks like she's like 40.
She is a goddess.
She is a goddess.
Mm-hmm. And she's one of the best songwriters in the whole world.
She's amazing.
Period.
She's done a lot for a lot of other musicians and people in humanity in general.
Yes. Legendary humanitarian.
Awesome.
I really ship her. She's amazing. And she is so subtly badass. You know, like, she is so graceful. And she just walks with such poise. Which I will never be able to handle myself in that way. I am the quintessential bull in the china shop. Like, I just break shit.
No.
Yeah, no, I don't float. I fall. And she is so powerful in her grace, and I think that is just so amazing.
Yeah, she just must walk into a room and it's like,
It must just buzz.
Yeah.
With excitement. Yeah. I love her. My favorite album of hers is her Dumb Blonde album from the 60s. It is just wildly good. It's so classic. Yeah, so she's one of them for sure. Gillian Welch is another. I'm a huge Gillian Welch fan, and I have listened to her since I knew what music was, and I adore her lyricism. I just think it is amazing. I hang on every line, every word. She says so much in really just a few stanzas. Every song she writes. I think she's just an incredible poet and storyteller, and her live performance is insane. She just commands the audience, and she just, like, you know, big theater. You just feel like you're there in her living room. It's magic. It's absolute magic. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I love her. And will always adore her. I'm also a big Nancy Griffith fan. I grew up listening to Blue Roses and Flyer. Those were two of my favorite records. Like, even when I was a teenager, and I don't know, everybody else was listening to, like, NSYNC and Britney, who I did also listen to, but more often than not, you would catch me playing Nancy Griffith's Flyer in my 91 Honda Civic.
Well, it is interesting. Yeah. I was thinking that as a child, to be listening to people like Bonnie Raitt and Dolly Parton, you know, it was probably a little bit out of the norm of what your friends would listen to.
Yes. Yeah. Blame my dad and my mom. Mm-hmm.
And what about newer musicians, or, you know, especially female musicians? Who inspires you now as someone that's only been out for a few years?
Oh, only been out for a few years? Well, I was going to go with Miranda Lambert, but she has a
We
deep
can,
catalog.
yeah,
It's just I've really become a fan of hers
yeah.
over the last couple years. Um, in fact, I was listening to her Palomino album on the way up here to get hype.
Excellent.
Every song in there is so good. I just think she's incredible. I love the High Women. The like female supergroup: Brandy Carlisle, Natalie Hemby, Maren Morris, and Amanda Pearl Shires.
Yeah.
That record, oh, chef's kiss,
There's so much
perfection.
incredible talent that's out there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. And I really like Lainey Wilson a lot too, and she's sort of, I mean, she's been in the industry for a while, but she's definitely had her um, more moments on the stage
yeah.
in the last couple of years, and she's great. I love her sound. It's got that like classic rock country. She goes hard. I really like that.
Is basically your music love in that genre?
Country? I
Country.
definitely think that's where I've found myself. I didn't really grow up listening to a lot of country. It was more folk and bluegrass and Americana and a little bit of classic rock. And I think I found my way to country and have really learned to love it. And I think it's in part of just learning how to write songs and then hearing all of that technique in that kind of music and really, really loving it. And then also, I play fiddle for country rock and roller Eliza Smith. And
One of our previous guests, Eliza
yeah,
Smith, a shout out to her.
shout out to
Make sure you
Eliza.
check her out. She's amazing.
She's a stunner.
Another great singer, songwriter, just all around fun person to be around, and
Yeah,
she plays all over the place too.
she does. And I've been playing music with her for about 10 years now. And she's just really been an inspiration for me. Uh, she's such a leader and go getter, and she really just can't stop, won't stop. And she gives me a lot of courage to get out there and do it too. And she's pure country, always has been. And so I definitely have been influenced by the things that she writes, the things that she likes, the things that she listens to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you both come off as someone who will not take no for an answer,
Well, no.
and 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 you don't push around. You let your you make your stance.
Hmm.
And it's a good, powerful uh, trait to have.
Thanks.
And I don't know who else is up and coming, but I'm gonna go male now. But you know who's a total stud
Who?
is this new guy, Youngblood. He's more. Have you?
Yes, no, no, no. Literally,
He
I was just scrolling on my Instagram earlier, and I saw that he performed with Steven Tyler at the
Steven
VMAs over the
Tyler and
weekend.
Uno
And
Bettencourt. And,
do you know, Aerosmith is one of my favorite bands
yeah,
ever.
yeah.
Huge
They're
Steven
timeless.
Tyler fan. Huge Steven Tyler fan. I didn't even know they were from Boston when I was listening to him back in Montana. So it just feels right for me to be here
Right.
today in Steven Tyler world. But yeah, Youngblood and Steven Tyler doing a duet in tribute of Ozzy Osbourne. That was wicked good.
Yeah. And Youngblood's story is pretty heart touching.
Yeah, and doesn't he run a music festival where he like keeps the prices down because he's all about accessibility and affordability
Yes,
and
he's big
bringing
into
music to the
that, and
people.
yeah, he's kind of just blown up
Yeah.
overnight, and obviously thanks to the legendary Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes.
Uh, but he's doing some great things. I think he's going to do well. But it's
He
just
is doing well.
amazing that one day no one knows who the hell he is, and the next day he is known by the world. So you know that leads me into your future prediction. Where would you like to be? And you know, you're enjoying doing what you're doing, and you're doing a great job at it, and teaching and all that.
Hmm.
Are you comfortable with that, or do you want to eventually be somewhere else?
Yeah, that's a good question. Um, and something I think about a lot because I think we have to really be comfortable with defining what success means for us individually because there's a lot of pressure in the music industry and just the world in general to like fit success into one box, which is insanely stadium tour famous.
Hmm.
And I don't think I want that it's not for me. I don't need that. I don't even want it.
Hmm.
But what I do want is I want to be able to live a musical life until the day that I die. There is no life for me if there is no music. Like that is my driving force. That is my
Hmm.
soul. And so as long as I am able to do that in whatever capacity that is, whether it is backyard barbecues with all my musical friends, coming on podcasts like this and talking about my projects and doing indie crowdfunding, or like hopping on a opening act for a regional touring artist. That's what I want. I want to live a sustainable creative life.
Yeah.
And I want to always be inspired to do that. And I don't want to lose that.
Hmm.
And for me, uh, music is art. And I think we need more arts in the world right
Yeah.
now.
Arts over the last, I don't know, 20 years kind of has gone down a little bit. They used to, all the kids used to be in bands and art shows and doing all kinds of, graffiti and whatever. It doesn't seem like the younger generation is doing a lot of that or as much of it.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, it just feels like there's been a big push to push arts to the side in lieu of math and science. Not that math and science is bad, but I do believe in a well rounded education, and I
Hmm.
do believe in a humanitarian education. And I feel like we're losing the human part of,
Hmm.
of our upbringing. And
Well, music was probably around before arts and science. Music's been around for
for,
thousands of years.
yeah, I mean, pentatonic scale, as old as the caves with the drawings in them.
Yeah, it's amazing. Um, if a young girl came up to you and said, I want to be a musician,
Hmm.
what would your advice to her be?
Find your joy. Music should spark joy, and it can be um, tough to maintain that spark across a lifetime, across a career, um, in the different ages of your life. Childhood to um, teenagehood to young adulthood to adulthood to like parenthood and teacherhood and all these other life roles that you take on. But I think if you can maintain your joy, you can maintain your music. So never lose sight of the joy and always try to find it
Great
in
advice.
what you're doing.
Great
Yeah.
advice. And in your musical journey, it's a very tough business all around.
Yeah.
Have you come across like some crazy hard roadblocks?
Well, I think one thing that's always held me back, whether I say it out loud or not, is the lack of healthcare accessibility for independent artists. Like the traditional model here in the United States is you get a 9 to 5 and your job provides you with benefits. And I am a type 1 diabetic. So I need health insurance or I cannot afford to live because I take insulin every day. I have a continuous glucose monitoring system. Like I really have to take care of my health in order to live. And I think that's something like knowing that that safety doesn't exist for someone who fully commits to being an independent artist. Um, Probably led me to not ever do that 100%. I've always
Mm,
had a job with access to benefits.
yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the works with the government and so forth to make something better for the musicians to, bring healthcare to them?
Our current government? Is there anything in the
Any
works?
government, like, are they going to do anything to help? I mean, there's so many things
I
that
doubt it.
are
I
not
mean,
correct. I'm not going to get political, but
Massachusetts is great because they've been providing healthcare for all their residents for a while, right? So, like, people in the state of Massachusetts have had access to state healthcare options, which was not a thing in Montana, So, like,
Hmm.
maybe if I had grown up in the East and, like, known that was a thing that could have happened. I mean, there's private things like Cobra, but it's just, like, wildly expensive.
Yeah.
Um, so, not that I know of, I think the Affordable Care Act was the best thing to happen for
Hmm.
that, mandating that all citizens of the United States needed to have health care and giving them access to different levels of it. But that happened when I was already in my 30s.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's unfortunate. And a musician themselves, like when you put something out there on, say, Spotify, for you to make $1 on Spotify, you're talking thousands of streams.
mhm,
It's not fair. Someone's making money, and it's not the person that is making the product.
yeah,
It's crazy.
I know. And, you know, um, back in the day, I don't know, like the 90s, well, upwards into the 90s, like pre Napster, so like pre 2000s, and our artists could make a living off of the physical medium that they sold that contained the music, whether that was a vinyl record or a cassette tape or a CD. And, streaming just really destroyed that
Yeah.
income. And so now, at least from what I've seen, um, just like following the industry and business, is that, people that are surviving, that are independent artists, sort of like, the middle class of the performing musician world, they're really getting by on a wing and a prayer and a really strong merch
Right.
option,
Right.
not the music itself. They make the music and then they make money off of selling t-shirts and sweatshirts and
Which is a
that kind of stuff.
great point for any of our
By the
viewers
way,
or listeners that go out and support live music, the
yeah,
local
it's really
musicians.
important.
And you see that little bin in front that says tip here? Don't be afraid to throw 10, 15, $20 in there. And that helps. And that just
It helps
shows you
tremendously.
that, the people that you're playing for are appreciating what you do. So don't be afraid to support your local music scene. They are kind of the backbone of the fun of what
They
goes on out
are.
there. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fun.
it is fun.
Good.
Got to get more people out to the
W-
live shows.
We do. We do. And before we go and say goodbye, would love for you to play another song.
Okay.
And what's going to be your instrument of choice on this next song?
Well, darn. Well, I was gonna play the title track, Americana Hussy,
Okay.
but I could also play fiddle, but it wouldn't be that song.
Well,
Do you have a request?
do
You
you
know
want to
what?
do? Why don't we do both?
Both.
How's that for a double whammy? And
Okay.
while Erin is getting set up there, I just want to remind you again, ErinBonneyMusic.com. Check her out. You can find her on Instagram, Facebook. Please give us a follow also, Musicians and Beyond. And while she's still doing that, Dane and Maeve behind the curtain here. Awesome. They make us look and sound good. We appreciate everything
Thank
they do
you.
here
Thank
at
you so
WinCam
much.
Studios. So without further ado, Erin Bonney.
3, 4. Josie's wearing bows and ribbons, and a pretty little girl. Josie's wearing bows and ribbons, and a pretty little girl. she's gonna win a blue ribbon. Win a blue ribbon from us on them strings. Josie's wearing bows and ribbons, sawing on the fiddle and a shuffle in her bow. Josie's wearing bows and ribbons, sawing on the fiddle and a shuffle in her bow.
Once again, that's Erin Bonnie. Thank you. That was awesome. And I'm so glad that we're going to be able to squeeze another song out of you.
All right, yeah.
You know,
Let's do it.
it's good when you write your own show and kind of you can bend the rules. But this is, you know, for myself because I've enjoyed your music and talking with you so much. I appreciate it.
This is the title track of my new project, Americana Hussy. Yeah, and I didn't think I could come on this show today and not play the title track.
Oh, you have to.
Hussy, you know,
have to.
like
That's why I kind of made it for the last one because I knew I'd be able to squeeze an extra one out of you.
yes. Yeah. So you know, if you like what you're hearing and you want to support Americana Hussy, the compendium, the album, the concept project, yeah, check it out on Indiegogo and grab a perk. Here we go. There's a dog of a rumor been running round. It ain't got teeth, but a bitch can howl. Rabbit and wretched, foaming at the mouth. Time to grab my shotgun and put it down. Go on, call me an Americana Hussy. The truth is, you can't handle my kind of country. Boots by fry and a booty by fries. Double dipping and I'm sipping how it's right. Tea cropped high and my arms spread wide. This Americana Hussy ain't got nothing to hide. It ain't my fault if I make you drool. I know I'm a treat boy, but sit down, shut up, and keep it cool. I might look sweet, but I ain't nobody's fool. Even if I didn't have my man, I'd still never fall for you. Go on, call me an Americana Hussy. The truth is, you can't handle my kind of country. Brass belt buckle, mother double on us. Aim so sharp, never gotta shoot twice. Just one look, make a grown man cry. This Americana Hussy knows how to put up a fight, yeah. I might not keep my mouth too clean, but that don't mean I owe you anything, no. So tuck and run, but before you do, get over here, boy, and eat your shit from off the bottom of my shoe, yeah. Call me an Americana Hussy, go on. Call me an Americana Hussy, go on. Call me an Americana Hussy. The truth is, you can't handle my kind of cunty. No top shelf trouble getting honky tonk high. Take another hit, keep sipping that shot. Turn it up so loud, make the crowd go wild. This Americana Hussy, yeah, this Americana Hussy, yeah, Hold her in a pie, yeah. Yes, I do.
Boom.
Boom.
I love it.
Thanks.
I love it. So, not only did you bring us great stories, you're easy
Yeah.
to talk to,
Oh,
great
thanks.
energy,
Thank you.
incredible music. You brought us some awesome swag.
I did bring you some swag.
And I really appreciate that stuff.
You
This could be
bet.
my new favorite coffee cup with your little face on there.
That's right.
So we like to think that people come in here as an acquaintance, which we were because you've been on once before, and leave as a friend. So we want to
got it.
thank you for coming on to Musicians and Beyond with your beautiful music and being our friend. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.